Welcome to Ewetopia Farms. Here's what's happening today.
But they are kind of picking on her. They think she's something funny and new.
It just takes quite a long time for their bodies to bounce back.
Hey, you guys are at that curious stage.
So just get ready for shearing. So this two half doors work a lot better. To pull the wool bag out when it's full, we just take this bar.
Let's get started.
This morning, Arnie sheared off Nikki's mom again and let them into the big pen. And she's running around playing with the other lambs. But they are kind of picking on her. They think she's something funny and new. But they're really excited to have a new friend in there, even if it is to be bullies with her. But she's gonna like that a lot. Nikki's mom is still not 100%, that's for sure. She had cold ears again this morning, but we thought maybe being out in the open here might help her a little bit. But yeah, when your sheep get old, and some people have said, oh, our sheep live till 14 years old. 7, 8 is not old. Like this one, I think she's 7 or 8. But it's kind of like the dogs, I think. Like the big dogs don't have a long life, and I think the big Suffolks, especially when they're working, having babies and stuff, if you get them to live till 10 years old, you're doing really, really well. And I think most people with sheep would agree that after 6 years old, with most breeds that are working on your farm, like having babies every year, sometimes more than once a year, that's when you'll start seeing health issues related to age. So she's doing okay now, and we're still monitoring her, but we thought it was time to let the lambs out to play. I think that was a good decision because they're all really happy about that. Even the two new ones. I mean, the two old ones. Hi, Nikki, come on. Yeah, you're getting fed over here now. Come on. Oh my goodness, you are exuberant. Come on here. Let's show how you do it in front of the camera. Come on. Honey, this over here. Honey, there. They get so excited when a bottle comes near. Hi, Mom. Hi, how you doing? You're a good girl. So, what we're figuring with the old girl here is the other day she looked fantastic. She was eating, getting up and down real easy, and her ears were warm, and she is still getting up and down and stuff. She's much improved from what she was, but she definitely looks like she fell back a bit today, a little more wobbly, a little cooler ears. And I think the problem with older sheep is that sometimes they get better, and when it's a thing like a calcium shortage, it just takes quite a long time for their bodies to bounce back and regulate those calcium levels. And whether she can do it on her own, I don't know. But we're doing the best we can, and she's out here and she's definitely living a good life. It's not like she's suffering or anything. I mean, honey, don't guzzle, causes you to choke. So, yeah, she's doing better than we expected, and she could still make a full recovery. We'll see. But she's out here free with her lambs, under no stress whatsoever. And that's really all you can do. And luckily Nikki here is on a bottle, so if the worst does happen, she'll be fine. And now she's got some playmates in here, and it should all work out. So here they are. These twins are extremely sharp now. Like, sharp looking. You're very, very handsome sheep. And Nikki's well on her way too. But I heard the mom, a mother cat on the other side of the feeder here. So we're gonna go have a check. It's the peanut gallery. So just ahead, I heard the mom talking to her kittens. And it looks like Slade's back here with them. These are the ones that were in the trailer. And I have a funny feeling that this isn't their real mom. I think this is a really motherly cat because this mom had kittens behind this straw bale for quite a while. And she's the one, she's licking them now. She's the one who took the 3 from the trailer, and she's actually joined them with her other kittens. And if they come out, you'll see the other kittens are bigger. And we have a cat in the house, a really, really, really old one in her 20s. And she used to be a barn cat in here. And she used to take everybody's kittens and raise them. Even long after they were weaned from their original moms, she would still take them. Hi. Hi, you were in the trailer. You look very special. Hi. Hi there. And it's funny because these 3 little ones, they seem to come up to me, and I wonder if just that drive home and me trying to feed them was enough that they have a little bit of a bond with me. So these guys should be real easy to catch when they get a little older. And maybe I can even find homes for them. Hi, how you doing? Hi, it's okay. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Hi. Hi. Oh my goodness, you're really nice. Hi. And this is where they go. It's a great spot. Hi, Mommy. Are you adopting all these kittens? You have quite the litter. Hi. You look really nice. And you're looking after everybody. Yeah, you are. You're doing a great job. I don't know if we can see in there. Oh, here's another one. Hi there. Hi, you look very nice too. Hi. Oh, here's another one. You're one of the trailer kittens. I recognize you. Oh, and here's another one. Yeah, I'm not convinced that this is the mom, but she's, as long as she's looking after them, and she is, I'm quite happy. Oh my goodness. You guys are special. Hi. Hi there. Hi, Mommy. It's okay. I won't do anything to them. I don't want to scare her off and have her move them again, because if I've got them close to me like this, I can easily work on taming this group up and getting them taken care of. But if she moves them away and they become really wild, that's when the problems start. Hi, you guys are at that curious stage. I can see that. Hi, hi there. Hi, would you like a pet? Oh my goodness, you're just lovely. You were one of the ones in the box. You were. Hi. You're really, really nice. Oops, sorry. I just fell a little bit. Hi, Mom. I'm not hurting them, see? Maybe I'll even grab one of these and when they're old enough to eat and bring one into the house. Hey? Would you like that? Oh my goodness. was 3 in the box. I see 4 here right now. So this afternoon, Arnie's working on his seed drill, making sure it's working. As you can see by looking around, he's not going to be on the fields too shortly, but when the weather changes, you got to be ready to run. So he's been working on this for a little while.
There's my hook we made.
And he made a new...
That's the hook from the truck, remember?
That's the hook for attaching his new cultipacker.
And it's not new then.
It's new to you, that's all that matters.
What's that noise?
I don't know, some kind of animal. What is it? It's like...
Oh, they're in the wall. Yeah.
Are they in the wall or...
In the wall.
Some kind of animal in his shop.
So you have to close these up for barley and open them up for beans. The beans are bigger, right? See, and now that one there won't open up either, see?
That's the one I was looking at. And I told Arnie to get some glue to put this light on so it doesn't fall off. And hopefully he'll do that before we get planting and lose it. Because we bought some special glue. It's brand new.
Yeah.
We're feeding the sheep today, and in the rush to get to the feeder, one got knocked in the feeder. So we got some people here looking at some 4-H lambs, and they're going to go rescue them. Or Arnie can, because they're gate. Yeah, he needs some help, Arnie. Did you see it get knocked in?
No.
Oh.
It just looked, it was there. They all come rushing to this corner, and I think it just kind of got pushed into the way.
Sorry, buddy. Yeah.
That guy there is 100 pounds or more. The hips aren't right. The back feet are. The hip is that hip.
So these are dairy farmers. They show dairy cows and actually win a lot of shows. So we're telling them about the differences between the dairy cows and the sheep. And they quite understand conformation and what to look for, and they should have no problem picking sheep here because they know how to do it. So they're just checking them all out now.
So just get ready for shearing. These are baggers to hold the bags. That's a homemade one. I don't think you can make them for the price you can buy them. That's one I bought right there in the back. I custom built that one. I made this one myself. And those are the chutes. It's hard to see it right now, but I'll show you what it looks like in a second. So this is how we shear. We just load them up. We got a slide door right here to trap them. We get 2 in the holding pen. 2 in the holding pen. One's ready to shear. And we have the bait one at the front. So I made these panels myself because 8-foot panels weren't long enough to get the sheep out. And I'll show you that in a few minutes. So we made these up ourselves. These are actually 10 feet long. And they were 9 feet long. But I added a foot to it because it was too short. And I'll explain that in a second. That's why the end's like that. But at least she can look what's going on when she's holding in the front pen. I'll show you in a few minutes. So we're just setting it up now. I'm just going to grab the other side right now and I'll show you what it looks like. So we always, pretty well always share in this barn here because I have real good lights here that shines up real well. He hangs up his shearer right on the rafter here. He hangs it here. So this is the way we operate. The sheep will come right around the back of the barn. We'll shut the gate. We'll block them up. They're all in the holding pen here. And Lynn and I will constantly load them up in the chutes. 2 sheep ready to go right there. This sheep here is ready to come out immediately for the shearer. And in the front here, we have our guinea pig sheep, or little bait sheep, that if there's a sheep standing here, the sheep in the back will walk right up because they won't be afraid. And so that sheep will have to stay here all day, or at least a half a day, before she gets showing. We always try to get a friendly one to go up in here. So what we did was, that pin pulls out in the bottom, that just flips up. The sheep loads in there, put the pin back in, and we used to have this bar here the same height as this, but what the shearers told me, they wanted it a half a foot lower. Then the sheep would put their heads over top of this, and then it would be easier to pull them out. So the sheep would go over top of that with her head, move ahead a little bit. He'll open up the doors, and the sheep will come flopping out, and then the doors are spring loaded. And then we just lock it for precautions. So they're called bar doors, from a bar. And the door used to be in one piece, but then the door would have to swing either way, and the door got in the way. So this 2 half doors work a lot better. And you can get these springs from any hardware store, and they're the ones that cause the pressure for the door to go shut. And when the 2 holding sheep are in here, someone just pulls on this rope like this. See how that goes up and down? And one sheep just keeps sliding up there. It works quite well, actually. There, Lynn just came home with some groceries for tomorrow for the shearer. I think that's her. Yeah, there's her in the Merano. So she's back. And then we just lay a couple sheets of plywood down here on the cement floor. He likes to work. He doesn't want to work on the cement floor. He likes to work on some plywood. And right here we have 2 wool bags. One will be for scraps, and one will be loading up for wool. So these are the ones you buy. And I didn't like them too much. So what's nice about these, they fold up, so they can put them away when you're done. They all fold up. So when we bought this, the bar at the front here was bolted in. So you always had to undo the wing nut to pull this off. And so what I did was, I thought it was kind of time consuming. And you're taking your little wing nut off and you drop it on the floor, and now you can't find it. And the shearer is looking at you and you're not going fast enough. So I wanted something a little simpler. So what I come up with is I made this. To pull the wool bag out when it's full, we just take this bar and we just lift it out. So see, it just has eyes, and just lift it out, and you can pull the wool bag out real quick, and you can go like this and put it right back in within seconds, and you're back loading again. So I made that up because I didn't like the original system. And then the bags actually fold over top of that, and they put a couple of pins in there to hold the bag. Well, the pins always came out or bent or something when you were packing them. So what we do now is the bags bend over that pipe. I'll show you tomorrow. And then we just put this bar right here on. So it's like a U pipe. That's a little overkill. You could have used lighter material, but that's what I had, so that's what I used. So it's a little heavy. So we put the wool bags over that pipe, put that on there, pack it down. That locks the wool bag on real firm. And to get it loose, you just put the rod in here, you give it a poke up, and you'll break them loose. So I custom made that too. Didn't like the pins. Then I attempted to make one on my own. It was a major job. It wasn't a big job to make it. It was a big job to make it fold up. So I used the same release, the tighteners for the bag, and I had the same pipe at the front. There you go. That's what it lifts out. Same thing, pretty well. To buy the wool bags, you pretty well couldn't make one for the price you buy them for. I think I paid $150 or $40 for that. I thought. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Made my own. The problem with the one they have, they use 1/8 metal thickness, and I use 2/8, and it actually increased the weight too much. It's too heavy. So I would like to have it a little lighter. What I like about the one I have, I made it square in the bottom, so it doesn't fall over. What I don't like about this one here, you see it's round. So when you're stepping into the bag, you gotta be careful, it'll just flip like that. So that's just little things that I changed. I thought could make it work better. So the 2 wool bags will be up against the wall. He'll be shearing right here. His trimmer or clipper will be hanging off there, and he'll pull them right out of there. So pretty well set up for tonight. And that's all I'm going to do. There's my plywood. And I have all the sheep on one side, so they're a little crowded. So what I'll do here right now is I'll just put a little temporary gate across here and open up the back gate and just let them walk around here tonight too. And I'm going to keep them away from the chutes tonight. That's all messy here. So that's what... And like I said, I made these 2 panels myself. I kept asking the shearers what they wanted, and that's what I came up with. If that helps anybody, if they want to make their own systems for shearing. Because if the shearers aren't happy, it's not going to go well. So it's all about making the shearer happy. And when we're shearing, the shearer is happy, and Lynn's in second place, and then we're going to make Lynn happy. But when the shearer's not here, Lynn is number 1, you got to make Lynn happy. So, that's it.
Well, thanks for watching, everyone. It's shearing day tomorrow, so see you then. Bye for now.